Good evening, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Tonight we're going to do a quick impromptu first impression and sort of mini review of the newest Kayali perfume release, which is Boujee Marshmallow. Thankfully, they sent that to me in PR. It was something I did want to try because I have only seen a couple little reviews about it here and there, but it seems to be getting good reviews so far from what I've seen. I haven't really watched any thorough reviews. I've just seen it pop up on a couple thumbnails. So I want to say thank you to Kayali for sending me this fragrance in PR. I really appreciate getting perfume sent to me because it means I don't have to go out and buy the perfume myself to review on my channel, and it gives me a chance to share my thoughts with you guys before you run out and make a purchase. Now, it is rather dimly lit in here, but that's because it is late at night. Well, it's actually not late at night. It's 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, and typically I like to do these videos when I have better light, like during daylight hours, but the sun goes down at like 5:30 right now, and our shortest day of the year is coming. I don't know when it is, but I think it's in like a week or two. So I just only have so many hours of daylight to work with, and it's way too early to go to bed. I'm one of these people that in the wintertime, as soon as the sun goes down, I'm like, okay, time to wash up and go to sleep. It just feels right. You know what I mean? It feels like I should be eating and then hibernating, going to sleep, but I cannot go to bed at 6:30 or 7. I've actually done that before. I've gone to bed at like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and I'm just awake in the middle of the night, you know, and cannot fall back asleep. So yeah, so instead I made myself a really nice cup of tea. This is some lavender and chamomile tea from the brand Pucca, or Pucca, I think is what it's called. It's just like a really relaxing, cozy, caffeine-free tea, and I am drinking it in this really adorable Ray Dunn mug that I got from HomeSense. On one side it has a picture of Snoopy looking up at a Christmas tree, and on the other side it says, this is a really hot mug, on the other side it says Christmas cheer, and it's got a little mistletoe there. I was talking about this on my other channel. If you guys want to see a really long chatty makeup organization, in case you missed it, it is live now on my other channel, my beauty channel. I uploaded that earlier today, but I was saying over on that channel that it doesn't really feel like the holidays unless I have a holiday mug. And so yeah, I saw this at HomeSense, and initially I wasn't going to grab for it, especially because I don't typically buy colorful mugs, but I'm also enjoying having a little bit of something different in my day-to-day life, whether it's wardrobe, mugs, whatever. I thought this was so cute, and I hemmed and hawed about it a little bit, and I finally just went back and grabbed it because I knew I would regret if I didn't buy this mug. So without too much further ado, you guys, let's get into today's video. I do apologize if the lighting is dim, but we're talking about perfume and the way it smells, so the lighting isn't, you know, the most important thing, but hopefully you will enjoy today's little review anyways. Alright, so Kayali sent me a little PR package that had this perfume in it, so they sent me a full 50 ml bottle of the new Kayali Yum Boujee Marshmallow 81. It is an intense perfume, apparently. And then they also sent me a little 10 ml travel size of the Yum Pistachio Gelato 2033, rather. So I have tried Pistachio Gelato. I reviewed it on my channel when it first came out. It was not my favorite perfume. I didn't dislike it, but it wasn't my favorite. I can't remember if I actually I think I had a full bottle. Somehow I got my hands on a full bottle. I don't think that was sent to me in PR, but might have been a trade with a friend or something like that. I can't remember exactly what happened, and I didn't end up holding on to it. Nothing wrong with it. It was a nice perfume, but I'm excited to revisit it again because it has been a while, and the Pistachio Gelato was like a soapy, fresh version of a gourmand pistachio ice cream kind of fragrance. Really good for like spring, summer, actually. It was like a perfect daytime summer gourmand. So I'm interested in trying it again. So this is our Yum Pistachio. I'm just going to open it from the bottom, actually, just in case I want to give it to somebody. So that is the bottle for the Yum Pistachio, and I think I sprayed it again when I first opened it. Oh my gosh, I can't get the lid off. I'm smelling it again, and it actually, you know what? It smells so lovely to me. Maybe I'll start to like this a little bit more than I did. And apparently this is supposed to be really good layered with the Boujee Marshmallow. It just smells like a very kind of relaxing, cozy, soapy pistachio to me is what I'm smelling right now. And it's interesting to come back and smell it again, you know, a year or so, or a year and a half, whatever it is, after the fact, after it was released. Well, when did this come out? Earlier this year? Maybe, I don't even, they pop out perfumes so frequently from Kayali, I cannot keep track, but I really kind of like the way that this smells. It's like almost relaxing to me. It's almost like a relaxing, cozy, soapy. I just got out of the tub, but I'm also kind of nutty and delicious kind of a scent. I kind of like that. And honestly, for how long perfumes last me, a 10 ml would honestly last me such a long time. So I might actually hold on to that for myself. Okay, and as for the Boujee Marshmallow, but this is what the bottle looks like. So of course the lighting is not very good here, you guys, but this is basically a frosted glass, super light pink bottle with a white cap, and it says Kayali Yum Boujee Marshmallow 81. Wow. I don't know what the number 81 signifies. In the past, the number meant the number of times they went back and reformulated something, but they have also had the numbers mean other things. So I don't know what the 81 means here. And on the back, they do have some of the keynotes written. So the keynotes are freesia, strawberry, pink marshmallow, creamy coconut, whipped vanilla, and pink musk. I really like the bottle. I think it's a really beautiful bottle design. And this is what it looks like without the cap. All right, so it's been a while since I sprayed it. I have to be honest, I wasn't super in love, over the top, like wowed the first time I sprayed it, but all I did was just spray it in the box. Haven't put it on skin, haven't given it a proper wear, and haven't sprayed it on paper or like thoroughly dissected it or anything like that. I was definitely waiting to do this on camera with you guys. Okay, so the notes that I have here on Fragrantica, the opening is freesia, Italian lemon, nectarine blossom, and apple. So we have a slightly floral, fresh, fruity opening. In the middle, we have marshmallow, strawberry, coconut, and orange blossom. In the base, we have whipped cream, sugar, vanilla, musk, raspberry, and ambroxan. So let's go ahead and give this a spray. All right. Okay, so when I first spray it, definitely very fruity, very strong, very youthful smelling, and yeah, fruity, definitely just very fruity in the opening, which is not my favorite thing. My favorite thing is not straight up fruity perfumes. I do like fruity florals, and I do like a little bit of a gourmand. Actually, a perfume that I ordered a 10 ml decant of that I want to try again is actually Gossip Night from Gritty, and I ordered that from Parfum Exquise here in Canada because I actually had a whole bunch of samples of those ones, and Gossip Night was one that really intrigued me, and but I didn't really give it a lot of time. I didn't really give it a proper chance, and it was like a beast mode, delicious, beautiful, like fruity gourmand. So I do tend to like fruity gourmand fragrances as well. So the opening here almost gave me a little bit like, I don't want to say Britney Spears fantasy, but it was almost going in that direction in terms of it was just like a youthful, girly, fruity scent. Also, Britney Spears fantasy does combine some of those fruitier notes with a gourmand, chocolatey cupcake quality, and I get a little bit of that here. So kind of reminded me a little bit of fantasy almost in the opening. They didn't smell the same, but it had the same kind of quality. Very quickly, however, it started to dry down, and that fruity opening did not last a long time. Granted, I just have it on paper. I will have to put it on skin. Another thing that hops to mind immediately is Strawberry Pound Cake from Bath & Body Works. Again, not that it smells just like strawberry pound cake, but it kind of gives me a little bit of that strawberry pound cake kind of feel. And I should preface this by saying that I don't typically love strawberry fragrances, strawberry-based fragrances. There's a lot of notes that they're just not my favorite. Strawberry has to be done a certain way for me to like it. I don't mind it in this one. It's not too overpowering, and I feel like it's very nicely blended with the other notes. Right now, what I'm getting on paper, at least in the mid, is like a really delicious like whipped creamy vanilla kind of fragrance, but I get a little bit of floral in there as well. It's not too over the top gourmand. It does smell a little bit more like a sophisticated creamy strawberry. It's not over the top youthful. It is youthful, but I don't think it's too youthful. One thing I will say is that I feel like a lot of Kayali's perfumes have really fallen flat for me over the last few releases. And I'll say that honestly, even though they send me stuff in PR, I'm always honest with my opinions about what they come out with. I think their vacation release was actually really good because they had a little bit of something for everybody. And if you really like those kind of vacation in a bottle, coconut, Maui, beachy scents, I really feel like there was a little something for everybody in their vacation package. fridge. I didn't end up keeping any of them. I don't typically wear a lot of beachy fragrances. Their wedding collection was okay, but wasn't like a wow factor for me. I really liked their Oudgasm collection, particularly the Cafe Oud. What else? I did not care for their champagne one that came out, that sparkling champagne lychee or whatever. That one was not a favorite. And what was the last one? I can't even remember. They come out with so many new perfumes, it's hard for me to keep track, honestly. I liked a lot of their older stuff. Like I really liked the, Royal Sugar Vanilla Patchouli. That one I thought was really, really well done. It smelled very expensive and mature. But then after that, I feel like it was just a lot of I think they almost come out with perfumes too often. I wish they would slow down a little bit and maybe come out with one perfume a year, or one in the fall, one in the summer, and call it good, because then people would get a chance to actually enjoy the perfume and it could kind of live up to its hype and they could make it really, really special as opposed to just pumping out new scents constantly. My favorite one from Kayali is still Vanilla 28. I think it will always be Vanilla 28, but this is quite pleasant, this one here. Wow, as I'm waving the paper in front of my face, it's just like a lovely, airy, light, powdery, sugary but not too sugary, sweet but not too sweet, strawberry but not too strawberry, vanilla, really nicely balanced, slightly floral. I mean, it smells absolutely heavenly wafting off of the paper. I have to say that. I might be liking this more than I thought I would. This is kind of, for me, like that fruity opening threw me off a little bit, but as it dries down, I'm liking it more and more. For me, this is kind of like a more expensive and more probably better performance. I don't know for sure, obviously, because I haven't tested it out a full day, but I feel like it's going to be a stronger performing kind of strawberry pound cake. If you like strawberry pound cake and you're looking for a really good smelling, more mature version of that, I feel like this is a good one to check out. It does smell absolutely, absolutely heavenly coming off of the paper. I'm going to spray it on my skin, see how it changes on my skin, and then I'm going to mix it with the pistachio gelato. So let's go ahead and put this on my skin. And let's see what happens on skin. So yeah, that fruity opening, definitely very strong and very fruity. It is coming to life already a little bit more on skin than it was on paper. These always smell better on skin. Perfume usually does smell better on clothing or on skin than on paper. Like, it smells to me on my skin now, it smells like a full-bodied perfume. Like, I can smell all the layers now. On paper, it really went through a full journey where it was like fruity and then a little floral and kind of powdery, whipped creamy, marshmallowy, and then just super fluffy and airy. On my skin, when I spray it, I kind of get the entire melody all at the same time. It's like taking the music and the instruments and the lyrics and putting it together all at the same time when you put it on your skin, as opposed to experiencing each thing individually. Yeah, really lovely. On my skin, it is smelling a little bit more expensive. It almost has a champagne twist to it. It's still quite fruity at the moment, but it almost has this like bubbly, happy, without being too effervescent or too like zippy or zesty or anything like that. But it almost has this like uplifting, bubbly quality to it, like just a fun occasion, like reminding me almost a little bit of like a New Year's Eve kind of feel or something. Yeah, when I put my nose right up, I can smell a lot of the fruitiness. I think I'm just going to give this a few minutes to dry down and I'll come back. All right, I have given this a few minutes to dry down and I've been kind of waving my arm in front of my face. And you guys, I have to say, this might be my favorite Kayali release in a couple years. Like, since they came out with Royal Vanilla Sugared Patchouli, which I personally liked. That one was kind of polarizing, but I really liked it because I do like a good vanilla oud, and that one smelled expensive to me. This is their, if I have to say, like in my humble opinion, this is their best release in a couple years. Like, it beats out for me the wedding collection. It beats out the Oudgasm collection. It beats out the vacation collection. You do have to like strawberry and you do have to like a fluffy marshmallow accord. But if you like those things, yeah, this smells like a more powdery, slightly more sophisticated, more expensive strawberry pound cake. That's what I get. And I haven't watched any other reviews. I haven't seen what anyone has said about this. So I hope I'm not repeating. I have a feeling that other people will have gotten that too. I think a lot of the fragrance enthusiasts, especially if they liked strawberry pound cake, I feel like they would probably say the same thing. That's what I get. It's like, it's more faceted than that though. It's more complex. It's got more layers to it. It's got a lot more floral added to it. It's a lot fresher and a lot more fruity in the opening. Strawberry pound cake was straight up like strawberry and cake through and through from opening to finish. Yeah. This one, however, it definitely is more complex but it just smells very feminine, girly, and lovely, and kind of addictive and enticing, and not too immature, not too young. I like it. So far, yeah, I'm impressed. I actually think I might keep this fragrance. I think this would be good for women of many ages. I don't think it smells very, very mature though. I feel like a lot of really, really mature women might not like it, but they might like it as a body lotion or something. I'm not sure. The sillage is really nice. Yeah. And I like strawberry pound cake. So that's that for Yum Boujee Marshmallow. I did layer this with pistachio gelato on paper, and I want to spray and I want to smell that and see what they smell like together. All right. So I have Yum Pistachio Gelato and Yum Boujee Marshmallow on a paper. Right now, the Yum Pistachio Gelato is kind of taking over. I just sprayed it. Let me put another spray. All right. I just sprayed another spray of the Yum Boujee Marshmallow because the pistachio gelato was too fresh and it was taking over. Yeah. Yeah, they smell really good together. They smell really good together. They smell like they were made to layer together. Yeah, so good. Wow. So the pistachio gives it this airiness, this soapiness, this freshness to it, which is interesting because pistachio gelato is supposed to be this really intense gourmand fragrance. They smell wonderful together. They smell really good. Dang, I'm almost wishing I had a full 50 ml bottle of the pistachio gelato now. They smell better together than either of them by themselves, I think, from paper, on paper. If that says anything about what it's going to be like to actually wear these two together, wow. I could see that being something I would grab for like any day of the year. I would honestly wear this to the gym because I think it's light enough, soft enough, feminine, and kind of fresh enough. If you just went lightly, like maybe 2 sprays of each, nothing too crazy. You could even wear this to work. In a sensitive environment, you'd have to be careful, but I could spray like 1 spray of each, kind of like maybe in my hair or just inside my shirt so that you just got little wafts coming out, but nothing too much. It's not overpowering. I love that combination of the pistachio and the kind of the ice creamy accords and the marshmallow and the strawberry and the powder. It's so nice, you guys. Wow. And I'm not hyping this up. Like, you guys know me. I don't sugarcoat when I get sent perfumes if I like them or I don't like. I'm very, very honest. I'm so grateful they sent these to me because I don't think I would have been in a rush to smell the Boujee Marshmallow, to be honest. Like, I wanted to smell it, but I wasn't in a huge hurry to run out and smell it, and it wasn't like super on my radar. And also, I probably would have sprayed it in store and dismissed it really quickly because that's the trouble with a lot of these perfumes is the opening can throw you off. And if you're not really into fruity fragrances, if that opening wasn't your favorite, you're going to probably put down the perfume, never think about it again. It really pays to give it some time. Wow, as it dries down on paper, it's just so like, I love it. I love it. I love this combination together. These are so, so nice. Okay, that's all I'm going to say because you guys know me. When I get excited about something, I just keep going and going and going and I just repeat myself. So yeah, that is... and I'm smelling my arm now, you guys, and now it's like the deep dry down. And what I get on my arm now, just the Boujee Marshmallow, is this super like creamy, powdery, not too fruity. It's just creamy and powdery and vanilla-y with just the right amount of strawberry. Just the right amount. Not so much that it's an over-the-top cloying strawberry fragrance. Very, very lovely. Yeah, I cannot, you know what? I can't wait to wear this. I was going to dismiss this so quickly when I opened the PR package. I was actually more excited about the gown they sent me. They sent me like a not a gown, sorry, a house coat. They sent me like I'm sure it went to all of the PR packages, but it was like a pink robe with like feathers on it. Not super expensive or anything, but I was like, ooh, this is such a nice robe. I love it. I was not excited about this perfume at all. Even after spraying it, I wasn't excited. But now I'm just like, yeah, I'm so happy to have these. I'm so happy to have these. So yeah, that's my 2 cents, you guys. I would say this is their best release in at least a couple years. Only second to Vanilla 28, and that's because I love Vanilla 28. I love a good ambery, woody vanilla. And these two layered together, the Yum Pistachio and the Boujee Marshmallow, absolutely you must try. Try them together. What I would recommend is go into the Sephora if you can and spray one of each on your arm and give it some time to dry down. Walk around the store, look around, swatch lipsticks or whatever, go get a coffee, give it some time to really dry down before you make your decision, because the openings are very different than the dry down for both of these fragrances. And if you don't want to invest in a full bottle, get yourself maybe 2 little travel sizes, because the price is right for the travel sizes and they're going to last forever anyways, right? And then you really know, you give it a full proper wear and you can figure out if it's something you're going to like. Plus, they're the perfect size to throw in your handbag and take with you throughout the day, or take with you if you go on vacation. I have a feeling this is going to be such a compliment monster. I really do think it's going to be a compliment monster. And it's not too strong. It's not difficult to digest. It's just like, it's very, very pleasant, just like very pleasant. Whereas I feel like some of the other ones, like what was that one, that lychee champagne or whatever it was, sparkling lychee, that one it was so potent and so fruity and so sweet and so like over the top cloying to me. But I don't like super over the top fruity scents. These are just palatable. They're fresh. They're soft. They're comforting. They're just enjoyable. Yeah. So yeah, that is my take on the new Yum Boujee Marshmallow from Kayali. I give it so far I would give it a solid like 8 out of 10. 10 being best perfume ever, 0 being I absolutely hate it. I would give it a solid 8. Really good.